Well, how exciting it is to see all the guests out there. We are going to go ahead and start our meeting. Here, here.
Oh my goodness.
Right here.
Good job!
Okay, and Steve Patterson's going to start us out with an invocation.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for allowing us to gather here today as Lions and friends. We pray your blessing on those that cannot be with us. We pray your blessing on the food that we're eating today, that it will strengthen our bodies and strengthen our love for you and for each other. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, and David Hammond is going to give us the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And Marilyn with the song, but I don't think I told her. You weren't there. Okay, it's all. Sure.
Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white as gold. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Second break off. Alrighty, well, it looks like we have got a house full of guests, so I'm sending it back there to you.
One is from Rick and one is from Pat.
Pat's not here. Do you want to introduce your guest?
President Carrie Ann, if you're not too busy, Steve Patterson, there's things happening here. Goodbye, sit down. Sorry. President Carrie Ann Collins, yes, I am introducing to you, some of you probably already know, Jerry Danklish, the newest employee at Counties today.
I know Grandma's gonna go.
Oh, okay.
And who had the other guests?
Rick.
Rick, are you gonna introduce? Here.
I'd like to introduce my guest, Tony Mardell. He can't stand up.
Nice to eat all day yesterday. Where did you go running the meeting, Rick?
I'm not on
Priority.
That's right. Are you allowed to walk away from me?
Okay, how about sunshine?
President Carrie Ann from Alliance, and yes, I have no sunshine report unless somebody knows something. I don't know. Apparently everyone's feeling just fine.
Whose idea was this? Okay, well, looks like we are on to Happy Bucks.
We're off to Happy Bucks. Anybody behind there? No. Right here, Mr. Kevin Watson.
Yes.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Kevin.
President Carrie Ann, otherwise guest. I'm happy to be here today. I'm just going to go with that. Cindy said, "You're going today." And I said, "Good." So I got up and pulled it over here. But good to see everybody. Sun's out, spring's finally here. And it's cold.
We're good with that. Oh, Dwayne Smith.
Carry half all lines together, I have another happy $2 bill. That's because I'm going on 2 vacations.
Oh, wow.
I won't be here for a month, going down to Las Vegas for the economy lot down there. Then I'll be back for 2-3 weeks, and then I'm going on a gigantic 22-day cruise up to Alaska.
Sounds like fun. I think you really hot and really, really cold. Mr. Pat Palmer.
President Carrie Ann, fellow Alliance guests, and our little president in training. Let's see. We're going to go with 10 Happy Bucks. The first couple I'll just kind of reel off. I'm really happy that when Hal asked me to come up and identify what the real problem with the rock floor in his basement, in his bathroom was, that I had the wherewithal to say, "No, I'm not helping him." So that was one of the smarter decisions I made. But the second one's congratulations on busting through it, Hal. And when I say busting through it, you know what I mean. So the next one, of course, is my wonderful partner in crime, my Jerry, is in Jacksonville, Florida. Last night, Hal, she had to have dinner at the Jacksonville Marina.
Oh.
And so I saw 2 boats that would fit each of us. So I asked her to pick them up, as she hasn't responded to that. All right. The rest of them is truly to welcome my friend, the other Jerry, to Commies today and to begin the process of having her be the new me. And that part's going to be really good because it'll make it so that I can go golfing and camping with her husband, Dwayne.
Does Dwayne know that? Oh, okay.
It's a win-win for me.
Mr. Steve Patterson, House District Governor.
Well, thank you, lovely town $2 happy today. One is, I have a beautiful, beautiful wash pickup. I had to get some of the mud off of it. And so I had to take it to a car wash. Anyway, and the other happy dollar is our grandson, although he lost all, his team lost all the games this weekend. He hit a home run, and one of the stipulations from his father was that he would get $100 for doing it. So every time he comes up to bat, we're on that Game Changer app. We're like, hit another one, hit another one.
As long as you don't have to pay for it, right? All right, moving on. Mark Kelch, House Zoning Chair, House District Governor. I'll get it one of these days.
Tell everybody, just say pass it. President Carrie Ann, Bill Lines and Ministers, 5 happy dollars. The first, we had to spend the first part of spring break in Cannon Beach with grandkids, age 3 to 11.
The rain was sideways for most of the time. It was very wet, very windy. The ceiling in the kitchen leaked all over the kitchen table. So, and the house that our son lined up for us had a full set of stairs to get up to the start of the house and the second floor above that. Not real conducive to a couple 70-year-olds with bad knees, but we made it through. Second happy dollar, right before we left last Friday, we went down to Costco, got an updated hearing test for Ellen, and she got fitted for hearing aids. She'll be picking them up this Friday, so in the future, you have to be very careful what I say. You can hear me now.
Yeah.
Next happy dollar, looking forward to the district conference. Should be a good time down there. I can unfortunately only go during Saturday this time because of the weekend that they chose, conflicts of things. Finally, before I get to quote of the week, additional grandchild duties starting at about 1 today, so I'm busy meeting early, which is, I'm sure, makes you guys sad. The quote of the week, and I thought this was appropriate since we have nice spring weather, from Margaret Atwood, one of my favorite spring quotes. In the spring, at the end of the day, you should smell like dirt.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Bob Bailey. Bradley. Why do I want you to be Bradley?
Okay, I got one sad dollar and one happy dollar. Doesn't it? Yeah, so yes, I got one happy dollar and one sad dollar. Sad dollar is I'm going to be living alone for next week. Because Gail's waiting and go get Jim and bring her back. That's the other happy dollar.
Goodness. Oh, wow.
So Jim will be here the end of next week.
For how long? Forever.
So,
Wow, that is a happy one.
Oh, yay. Gail, you need to tell me.
What's your past title? Past council chair?
I forget who I told you.
Past person. You're a past person.
I can't wait to call and tell.
Thank you very much, Gail Twisters, President Carrie Ann, fellow Lions and guests. Sorry I wasn't here last week. I sure would have wished I was here. That's one happy dollar. Second happy dollar is thank you for Tom Chamberlain coming up with a great idea, and it worked. But today he told me he had an even better, simpler idea. And I looked at him and I went, "You're a week late." But he's a wonderful man, that's for sure. A third happy dollar. How many here knew that ibuprofen was a snack food? Yeah. I gotta tell you, when your knees are going up and down like that, that's what it's like. Fourth happy dollar is, I'm really glad it rained last weekend, or last week, because it kept me inside working on the stupid bathroom. And the fifth happy dollar is, it's sunny this week. I am going out on the boat this week. If anybody wants to go, let me know.
Are you driving?
There are lots of wind out there for you.
Yeah. Lots of wind.
All right, we are moving over to Mike Parker.
President Carrie Ann, fellow Lions and guests, this is a very happy dollar. That somebody ain't like there. I'm happy to introduce new member Lloyd Williams.
So what are you past?
Passed out.
Passed out grapefruit.
President Carrie Ann, fellow Lions and guests, couple of happy bucks. First one, went to Kalama last night for visitation. Lynn got her visitation in, and she saw the smaller club playing. The other dollar, I'm really happy to see Tony Parnell here. That's Rick Johnson's only friend.
All right. And past President Cindy Session. President Carrie Ann, fellow Lions guests, I have 5 happy dollars. One is, some of you may know or may not know, whenever we buy a car, Jim has to personalize it by getting wheels for it. Well, he looked high and low in town, couldn't find anything, so now I'm a proud owner of some fire engine red and black chrome wheels on my new Subaru. So that's a good thing. Had a good time at Cloud last night visiting. Third, cataract surgery last Wednesday was a success. I'm no longer wearing glasses except for reading. Yay. And it's sunny outside. It's making me want to plant a garden, but I know it's way too soon. Third Vice President Jan.
President Carrie-Ann, fellow Lions, and guests, a couple of happy bucks. The visitation to Kalama is always fun. They're fun to work, so I look forward to coming back. And then also the wetlands cleanup on Saturday was a huge success. So not only did we have 8 or 9, we had 8 or 9 lions, we also had 9 people from the Faithful Servants Ministry show up. They worked really hard, and I would be happy to call them up again. And the guy that's in charge of the house is named Glenn, so let Larry Hanson know that he is a willing speaker also. And we got to see how he runs a tight ship with his guys, and got to see the interactions, and I was really impressed, so we call him again.
Nice. Very nice.
Good job, Larry. Second Vice President Rick Johnson.
Yeah, Queen Lion Carrie-Ann and your little helper. Fellow Lions guests. I also participated in the cleanup, and I'm glad I did, because we walked down there first and we found a guy in a tent that Ann had to tell him to get out of there, which he did. Now, Steve, can you stand up, please? Yeah. Steve, can you stand up? Please stand up. Come hither. Now, I know the other day I got one of these, and I think it's time that you get one. And this is your new name, this is Steve Slip and Slide. And this is yours for this month. I don't know what you're gonna do to do better next month.
Let's hear the story.
Well, the story is that he asked, first off, Steve backed up. And when he backed up, he backed into wet grass, and he couldn't go forward. And at that point, we told him to back up a little farther, get a run at it. He put it in reverse and backed all the way down the hill, almost into the swamp. And which required me to pull him out. And anyway, those are for you. And one of those is going to go on the wall.
The wall of shame.
The wall of shame.
You created it.
And you created it, didn't you?
I'm so proud.
So hand back one of those. This is go on the wall. That's the reason you washed his truck.
That's all we read together.
First Vice President Sharon.
Thank you. President Carrie-Ann, fellow Lions and guests. I have a very happy dollar. The reason why I wasn't here last week is because I was purchasing a new-to-me vehicle. So now I don't have to worry about my Trico breaking down anymore.
Good. All right. Well, congratulations on your new vehicle. President Carrie-Ann, I would like to hear you.
Gail has one.
Oh, I didn't see Gail waving it over there. Gail Bradley, fellow Lion.
President Carrie-Ann, fellow Lions and guests, I got to spend part of my day yesterday, or Sunday, with my granddaughter. I'm very happy about that.
Now we're to you. You have your own mic.
Yes.
Okay.
fellow Lions and guests, well, I'm happy to have my grandson River here. He's 2, so he's gonna hang out and has figured out how to turn the game on because I just told him it was off. So I know, good luck, huh? Okay, well, let's go to our program here. So I'll get Gail up here and she will introduce our speakers this week.
Okay, President Carrie Ann, fellow Lions and guests, I would like to introduce Barbie
And Mike Street.
and Mike Street, who will speak on Sandlot.
Thank you, Gail.
Oh, okay. You got it.
That's okay. I've spoken over Pac-Man way more than once.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing over there.
President Carrie Ann, Lions and guests. My name is Mike Barbie. This is Mike Street. We are here today to talk about Central Sandlot baseball. I always refer to Mike as an idea guy. This is his idea. I'm just the guy that makes sure that the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. We are here today to thank you for your generous support of Central Sandlot over the past several years. It's like-minded organizations like yours, like-minded individuals who help us put this program on for the kids in town. This is the 4th year. What color were we the first year?
Year 5, year 4, full year.
Yeah, 4th full year.
We were gray first year.
First year we were gray. We had gray t-shirts. That's how I count them. Then we had green t-shirts. Last year we had white t-shirts. And
Color in there somewhere.
we're gonna, that's one of the fun parts is what color are we gonna be this year? I gotta find that.
Let's say something.
There it is.
There it is. The clicker.
So we don't have a lot of slides here to put you through and bore you with, but we're really proud of where the program's come from, concept and sitting around and talking, a couple of baseball guys talking and seeing what we could do. And, you know, could we get any kids to come out for $20 to play baseball? What can we offer to them? What can we do? And as everybody knows in today's economy, $20 isn't a lot. We don't run the program on the back of the kids like Mike echoed. It's from service clubs like your own and our amazing community that really helps us do the things that we do, meet our goals financially, the projects we put together and things like that. This is year white, and I think we're probably around 80, 90 kids that day.
That was probably the first night. That's probably the night. We had 90 kids the first night and probably 300 people in the ballpark down there at Archie Anderson. It was great.
Those of you that have some history with Archie Anderson, the very first year we did this full time, year 4, or 4 years ago, I remember looking out and seeing 175 or 180 people at Archie Anderson Park for the first time in 15, 18 years. It was a long time. It was overwhelming to me to see the support and those kinds of things. So it just continues to grow. Mike, correct me if I'm wrong, we were at 106 or 8 kids, something like that last year. So, you know, a big landmark for us to get there, and we expect to have that or more this year. And so, anyway, we continue to grow and keep our future looking bright, I think, down at Archie Anderson.
So, as many of you know, over the last several years, we've been affiliated with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. And that has been a wonderful partnership, principally from the energy that Kane Ulrich brought to this. they considered this a ministry, and it worked out just perfectly. Unfortunately, Kane is pretty much in the process of moving to Spokane and resigned from our board, and that affiliation that we enjoyed isn't available to us, at least this year. Right when we were investigating the fact that to replace the insurance they were supplying was going to cost us $3,500 that we didn't have, the city of Longview called and said, what do you guys think about being part of the Parks and Recreation Department's summer program? The two positive parts of it would be that they would provide insurance. They'll provide registration. We'll give them a little bit of the registration money, but that's not a big deal. The major negative is because it's the city, we can no longer formally pray. That was part of what we were doing in the past, and it was okay. But now that we're going to be part of the city, they're going to contract with Mike and me to run the thing for zero, just like every other volunteer thing we all know about. So we can't pray, but what we can do is have the theme of this year is going to be that every kid is known, every kid is worthy, and every kid is loved. And we believe that that's every bit as strong and worthwhile a message. It's as strong and worthwhile a message as we can deliver to the kids who are in front of us. So, a little bit's changing, but this was Mike's idea, and we believe very strongly that the program will be just as worthwhile for the kids who are participating as what we've done in the past. Okay, you want to talk about the grant project?
So I mentioned earlier, continued improvements, right? Last year, we were successful in partnering up with the city, getting some grant money, matching grant money with their 50/50 park grant fund that they put together. We raised our portion of it in labor and funds, and I don't remember how much we spent, Mike's the numbers guy. But we filled in the original dugouts that were down there with concrete, and we put benches and screens up for some safety for the kids. Happy to say, there's no spray paint on them a year later. Everything looks great down there. The kids are using them. I drive by the park randomly occasionally. I see people out playing ball. We left bases out there so the neighborhoods can go out and have fun, do that kind of stuff. Nothing's been vandalized. It's been amazing. Really good.
That's good.
I wanted to put up some kind of a gazebo type of a structure, picnic area for everybody. We have some issues with that, with camping and things in the city, so we're putting up a sunshade this year as part of our grant money that we applied for and were approved. So it's a sunshade with picnic tables and things like that, so we have some protection from the sun. Rain does get through us, we won't have the issue of people camping underneath it, things like that. So that will be going up, and we recently have purchased a 12 by 20?
8 by 20.
8 by 20, big, a large Connex for some storage. We didn't have any storage down there. There were loading things in the back of my pickup and haul off somewhere every night, and I'm tired of doing that. So we put a Connex down there, we're gonna share it with the city. We're gonna put a wall up in half, we're gonna have half for their storage, they're gonna have half for their storage for the summer parks program, and partner with them that way, and we have future plans. So our commitment to I remember day one when people showed up to take a look around at the park. This is the worst you're gonna see it, it's gonna continually improve every year. We tried some irrigation last year, didn't quite get there, we'll get there someday, so we can improve the grass and all the playing surface. But we have made improvements every year that we've been down there and doing that, and I think we're still just getting things started, so I think we're doing the right thing.
So one of the things I wanted to point out, the slab that the storage box is sitting on is where
those of you who remember playing ball at Highland Park, where the concession stand was, that building turned to peanut butter, and the city just needed to take it down and get rid of it. So the shade structure will be in front of that box. I have one more thing to say, and then we're gonna do the grand finale. Contrary to popular belief, the federal government is not shut down. I was way late. I just finally got around to applying for our tax exempt 501c3 designation for Central Sandlot. The application only took about 3 weeks for them to return the letter, the determination letter that says, yes, indeedy duty, you guys are tax exempt. So that's a good thing. This is Bentley. This is why we're all doing this. And this is why we're so grateful, Mike and I are so grateful to service clubs like you guys for supporting us. Thank you very much. If anybody has any questions, we'll be happy to entertain.
I want to say something about Bentley just real quick. He's obviously an adorable little boy up there. We got a picture of, right? We were at Green Year, I think is year 2, and we were packing things up, like I said, putting everything away. And his mom comes around and she says, "Hey, can I speak to you in private for a second?" I said, "Sure, what's up?" Comes around, I thought, uh-oh, we did something wrong. I'm gonna get it. And she started tearing up. She started telling about her son, Bentley. Bentley's autistic, always wanted to be involved in a team sport, didn't have the courage to go out and do that. Got involved with our program and loves to go out every single day, come to the ballpark, and she just wanted to comment about the impact it made on Bentley and his involvement with other kids and those kinds of things. Mike and I talk about all the time. We're obviously a baseball program, but the level of things that we find ourselves reaching out to kids to do is amazing. Sometimes pretty hard, pulls on the heartstrings quite a bit. But Bentley's a great story for what that is. He's currently playing at Longview Youth Baseball. He's out being interactive and doing things and having a great time. So.
Yeah. Yes.
She'll give it to you, all right.
I have a couple of questions. One of them is your schedule with the Summit Games. Are they just inter with the teams or the kids that are there in the league, or do you play against other leagues?
Well, one of the things we like about the program is it's not a league at all. It really looks like a baseball clinic. And so Tuesdays and Thursday afternoons, and we'll start the 19th of June, the 17th of June, sometime around there. But it's a Tuesday and it's that week.
So it's just 1 week?
No, it's 5 weeks long. It's actually 6 weeks long, but we don't do anything the week of July 4th because our experience is everybody's off doing 4th of July things. But so because it's a clinic environment, if a kid comes one day and can't come the next day or can't come till 2 Thursdays down the road, that's fine. Because we just take the kids who are there and split them up into groups and have, what we really like doing is getting the high school summer teams or the Legion program, get those kids in and have them lead the stations. So we'll split the kids up into maybe 6 groups, have 6 stations all over the ballpark and rotate through.
It'd be kind of nice to see the schedule, and the reason I'm asking is because our pioneers are supporting you, and it might be kind of neat if we could come out to a sponsor day.
We would love that. In fact, when Mike and I leave here, we're gonna go over to the city parks office and sit with Steve Plampin and put the registration together. But And one of the things we're gonna do, and Pat, we actually are gonna come in and talk about it, is put the flyer together. That will have the dates on it, and you guys will certainly get that, and we will be happy to invite you. Thank you.
We actually had a Pioneer Lions Day last year, our very last day of our clinics that we do. Very last day last year, you folks came out, several of you came out and helped us serve and things like that. So we do just a fun day. We have an inflatable bounce house, things like that, bunch of food, that type of thing. So if some of you did come out last year, help us out with that. And it's super important to us to get the people that support us out in front of the kids and acknowledge that what you do, that you're the backbone behind the things that they need to appreciate. We try to bring that message out to them. Thanks for reminding us, because we definitely need to do that.
Have you ever seen that complex up in Chehalis?
Yes,
You have.
yes.
The material that's on the ground is such that you can play in pouring down rain and never have to stop the game. It's just absolutely amazing. And it would take a lot of money to do it, but since you're a 501c3, I think there's grant money for it. I really do.
Hey, you're the last one to know it's raining.
We got one in the back.
Okay, don't get me started, I'll hit you right
Just regarding the prayer, and I'm going to take that back to the city administration, because I'm curious, we at city council meetings start our meeting off with prayer, and my understanding was a volunteer is able to lead a optional prayer without it being against any rules, so I'm going to take that back for you, if that's okay, and double check that.
I asked staff at the rec department, because I have been at the council meeting and seen exactly what you're talking about. And what he said, what I was told was, if we let anybody lead a prayer, we have to let anybody who says they want to lead a prayer. And then we lose all control over what the kids are being told. And we think this is a better route than that. So, if there were a way to make that different, that would be fine, and we would be happy for it. But given the information we have,
For sure. I'll check it out.
that's the decision that we've made.
Clarification might be great.
Thank you.
Because I don't think it's accurate if they can tell you that. I think it's against the law for the city to say you can't kick it on a prayer.
I think it's a suggestion versus a direct.
Well,
Right, yeah.
here's what Central Sandlot is not gonna be. I mean, I don't wanna be, I do wanna be absolutely not political. I don't know where that line is. So the further we stay from it, the happier I am, and I won't have people calling me up yelling at me like I did last summer. So, pardon?
Why do you do that?
Savannah. You have a question?
Yeah, President Lyon, fellow Lyonsing. President Carrie Ann, fellow Lyonsing. I have a question for one of my favorite people and my favorite cousin. How did you come up with the idea of doing this? Oh, sorry.
The
So,
question was, for, in case somebody didn't hear it, is how did they come up with the idea for this?
Mike and I are both veterans of coaching down at Steel Central Little League, Central Youth Baseball, Central Little League, Central Bambino, the history of all those kinds of things. I have some of my fondest memories right down there as a kid playing, as a coach coaching, things like that. We have got, stories beyond stories. We sit down and reminisce a lot. When the kids started kind of dropping off in youth baseball for several reasons, we probably don't need to be a long meeting if we start talking about all of those, but there's a change in youth athletics. It's kind of the haves and the have-nots. It's very expensive to play. I've got 4 grandkids playing right now, and let me tell you, it's expensive to get them signed up, to get them geared up, to get them ready to go. Very fortunate to be able to do that, but there's a pool of kids out there that don't have that ability. We have a vacant piece of property that's sitting there, obviously with a lot of memories and things from Mike and I, but it's just being unused. So I started actually prior to the police station being built, wanting to have this concept in my mind. We're sitting around, we see each other at ball games, we're talking, and just kind of throwing ideas out at each other and partnering up. COVID hit, that threw us back a little bit. Then when in 2021, anyway, Mike and I got together again, started talking, went to see the Parks Department about the use of the facility and getting this kind of rolling. And with the police station being built, I went, hey, now I got security. I can put investments in, the things we were talking about that won't get torn up a little bit. And I think it's timing is right for us to do that. We just came out of a nasty time with COVID. We need something positive to do. So we started chatting. One of your other members, Ryan Littlefield, was a big part of that as well. Kane and some other people. We're not going to take all the credit. It's certainly teamwork. And it's just kind of evolved from there. But the Parks Department said, we got a problem. The police station's going to be built. It's going to be built right where your field's at. You're just going to be gone. So through some blessings that came our way, it didn't work. They had to restructure what they did. They cut it back a little bit. In doing that, they moved it out and saved our field for us. So that gave us the okay, it's now or never. Let's get out and get it done. That's what got us started. We still have a passion for the kids in the Highlands. If I have one disappointment out of the whole program, I don't have enough kids out of that neighborhood, and we're working hard on that to get those kids out. There's another gentleman I think I spoke to, named Tyler Hoagman. He's part of our board now as well. Tyler got a program going called Neighborhood Heroes, and that's reaching out and mentoring some of those kids in that neighborhood and partnering together and working with that. And we'll see more kids out of the Highlands area. Wow.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
I echo what Mike said. Thank you very much. We appreciate your support over the years. You know, no back. All over. We've had one family who for several years came over from Rainier. That's one of the things that we hope to get a little more, with the city helping us with registration, we get a little bit better information where the kids actually live. So, but they're from all over. Sir.
There's signs around town, that's how we found out about it. Those first couple of years, but I had a couple of kids go last year, we'd seen the signs, and those helped a lot. Just like, hey, there's baseball. I have a daughter who plays everything, but sons who just aren't interested in the team thing, that was perfect. They came out, went in good for 4 weeks, and they were there 5 or 6 at a time. It was perfect. I think the other thing I wanted to mention too was, in addition to us coming to serve that last day, I know there was a day when you guys were short-handed and reached out to some of those kids to help coach that day. So if that happens again, please reach out, because I know there's a handful of us that would come, step in and coach when we've got all players like games.
We really appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, we can't thank you guys enough for doing what you're doing, and we are proud to help in any way we can. I don't know who got the last Longview Pioneer mug, but the other one can help. So Mike, there's our Mike. And so Mike Barbie, I'm gonna give you the check. How about? So we're gonna give you $1,000 to help with your program.
Again, thank you all very much. Sign the treasure, that's why you get the mug. Right. We'll put it to good use.
Okay, thank you. Alrighty, well, we have some announcements to go through. Anne, are you? Okay, so that is Sharon. Okay, Sharon, you're up.
Thank you, President Carrie Ann, fellow Lions and guests. I know last week Ann read a letter from Dale Wheeler about Tony Botero going over at a moment's notice on a Sunday, helping him fixing his lawnmower. And since I wasn't there last week, here last week, I'm bringing this week. This is one of our I Got Caught Serving awards, and our little keychains there to present for Tony Botero for his service.
Okay. I will make sure he gets that. Thank you. Sharon, you want to talk about the other item?
Yes, and also, this Thursday is our monthly nightly meeting at Ashtown Brewing at 6 p.m. And we're going to be having a special speaker there from CJAC. And also I wanted to let everybody know who is going to be on the 25, 26 board members, that the June 19th night meeting, Thursday night meeting, June 19th, will be an officer training, and we're also going to be having our committee chair heads that night also. So all of the new officers and anyone that is the head of a committee, we would like for you to be there that night. And then the following night, we'll have the installation, which Cindy will be telling you about.
All righty, thank you. Let's go to Bob Piper.
Hey, Bob.
President Gary, had a good day on Friday. This Friday is going to be a little interesting. I'm going off this convention, so I'm not sure how everything's going to work out at Carmel Corn on Friday. So if you're free in the afternoon, please come by or sign up so we can get some help there. It's still online. Still online.
Check it out. Yeah.
The other piece of good news is we got our ice machine installed this week. It pumped out plenty of ice in one day. Other than that, things are going good. The fishing, kids fishing, we're getting all set up on that. That's in the last Friday and Saturday in April. It's 2 weeks away. Anyway, that's all I got.
Okay, if you want to pass that over to Marilyn.
President Carrie Ann, fellow Lions and guests, I just wanted to call your attention to, you probably saw this trifold over here that was developed by 3rd VP Ann Camarda. And she's going to be sharing that at the convention. There's a service display. So that's the wetlands, which she just did last weekend. This was our first outing that she just put together. Also, the little Easter raffle item is going to be sponsored by the Longview Pioneer Lions. We're donating that raffle for our club. And that'll be there this weekend too. Also, just real quickly, on the display Friday night, be sure to come back to the back in the back area. I believe there is also the wet bar, so if you're getting a cocktail, right next door is a table display, and I have 3 trifolds that is demonstrating all of the clubs that enter each contest that's involved. You might even find a picture of Katie in there. Yeah, so that's fun, I'm excited. Steve and I are going to be really busy for 3 sessions. So come find us.
Okay, and then Cindy Sessions is next.
President Carrie Ann, fellow Lions and guests, it's that time of year for our installation dinner. So far, we've got the date, which is June 20th. So right now, at this point in time, we're just asking you to save the date, and more information will be coming. We're coming.
And Steve Patterson.
President Carrie Ann Alliance and guests, save the date. It's time for another orientation. We have 3 new members, John Russell and Lynn Peterson and Marlene. Are you getting this now?
I haven't heard a date yet.
Okay, May 15th. That's the 3rd Thursday, Ashtown. We're going to do a short version of an orientation. or a brief version of it.
A Steve size.
So Steve, I've gotta be at the Chilliwack.
Okay, well, that's too bad. Canceling him because of you. Just to let you know. Yes, we'll, and I as well. Okay, May 15th at Ashtown at 6 o'clock. Okay, that's it.
Okay, is there anybody else that had announcements? Any more announcements? Okay, well, let's get your blue ticket out. See who our lucky person is this week. I've got a number of 637 3 8 6.
Are you sure it's not a 5?
Oh, Bob Bradley, I think you are lucky. I think he's gotten that a couple times. So Bob, while he is picking his cards, look at your red ticket. Red ticket number is 403853. Sit down. Yes, you're being fun.
Did you take the joker out?
Dave Munoz. Okay, we've got a 6 of clubs.
Oh.
Darn it. You want to ring the bell? You're gonna ring the bell? Hang on, you have to do it when I say. Okay, if there is no further ado, we're gonna adjourn the meeting. Oh, no, we're not. Oh, I even have that down as announcements. We are gonna meet, the board is going to meet right after this meeting. So please come back here in the back if you were on the board. We'll do a quick meeting. Ring the bell. Let's do it again, one more time.